Bro, my knee is like going crazy right now, but I'm gonna drop a stream. And even if people don't really join like that, I'm gonna drop a stream and just talk about like the journey, man. The whole entrepreneurship thing. But yeah, bro, the weather's kind of crazy today. But yeah, we're gonna talk about the whole entrepreneurship thing, the journey and stuff like that, bro. And yeah, wait for some people to join. But yeah, man. I need a mic. That's the only thing I really need is a mic. Other than that, I'm good. So, if you guys don't know who I am, I'm Trillz FM, bro. I started streaming like 6 years ago, and I caught the Fortnite trend, man. And I caught the Fortnite trend, but what I did that's pretty unique in my journey as a streamer, bro. Yo, my boy Mike, yo, bro. Yes, Mike, I made over 100K, bro. I did make over 100K, and I'm gonna explain it. I'm gonna give all the YouTube sauce. I'm gonna explain just everything, bro. And it'll make sense like once we actually get into the stream. Hope all you guys are good, but I did make over 100,000. Now, um, it was basically from like a few things. So I did Save the World giveaways, Zone Wars, and I also did customs. And customs, that shit blew up, bro. Customs blew up on my channel, blew up, and it was very successful. Mike, I don't have 100K now, by the way, bro. I just made over 100K over the course of my YouTube career. I have made over $100,000. I've actually probably made like 140K. How are you making so much? Yeah, so I'm gonna explain that. So I did that, and then also I always wanted to get into sales, so I always wanted to like have my own business. Um, so Fortnite was low key just my intro to business in a way. So I caught that trend, and then I caught the trend of Fortnite, and that was like really my first. I never made any money in my life before Fortnite. So I never made any real money in my life before Fortnite, like at all, right? I never made anything in life. So that was my first taste of like success, you could say. So I started streaming, and then low key I got addicted to streaming because it was my first like I wanted to be big at streaming. You know what I mean? I wanted to be like at one point, bro, I was trying to be like on some. I don't know if you guys know who Pack a Puncher is, but I was trying to be like the next big Fortnite creator because customs were doing so well. And it was like, bro, this is it. You know what I mean? Like low key, I thought that was my ticket. Also, the thing about it is it took me like a year and a half to really see like any real traction with customs. You know what I mean? So it took a while. It took about a year and a half, bro. And like it took a good minute to make money from customs. So from like 13 to like 14 type beat. And like that was low key the journey. Shout out to Mike, by the way. Shout out to Mike for sending that 20. He made me hit the threshold. Shout out Mike. So that was the journey. That was why I was able to do well. And then something that I did, um, what's it called? So I did that for like a while. And then at like 17, I got into day trading, right? So at 17 years old, I got into day trading. But like it was like me, I was 17, but I was turning 18. So I was like, I didn't get into day trading until like December 2023, which was a good thing, by the way. So basically, all that time before then, so from like 15 to like 17, I was just saving all of my money. So I probably had like, you know what I'm saying? Yo, thank you, Grady. Appreciate the love, my brother. Yeah, I had to throw this on, man. I could just come on the stream looking plain, bro. I had to throw this on. I had to, bro. Because we doing the little story time. This is low key my first like podcast. I'm probably gonna leave this stream up. We're doing a little story time of just the journey, bro, and just we're just talking about everything, bro. So yeah, so I didn't get into like day trading until I was like 17, man, and then before that, like everything was straight, obviously with the streaming and stuff like that, bro. And honestly, I knew that streaming wasn't gonna last forever. At one point, I thought I could like blow up from it. How do I get rich, Papa Trilly? Man, we're talking about everything on the internet, opportunities, man. And then also just like we're just talking about like low key the journey of like life and stuff, in business, right? So from me doing YouTube, I got into sales, right? Because I always wanted to be a business person. So I got into sales and I always was like trying to make money, you know what I mean? I was trying to make some money. I'm not gonna lie. So um I got into sales or what have you. And that did good, to be honest. Like I started a digital product, that shit did good. But compared to streaming, nothing compared to streaming, right? Because the thing about streaming is you're talking to people on the internet, so you're getting to way more people, so it's way better. Because it's like you could have an audience of like, even if it's 30 viewers, you can't talk to 30 people at once most of the time, right? So unless you're using the internet. So the internet, bro, that was the ticket, man. So the internet and everything. Um the internet was how I did it. And I'm not gonna lie, for a while, for a good minute, bro, YouTube was the method, bro. YouTube was the method. So at this point, chat, um, okay, so yeah, I got into sales and then the CEOs. So I met a few CEOs, I met like a lot of successful people in my journey. And the reason, some of the people I met, low key, some of the people I met were just because I was in the right place at the right time. Like I met the CEO of like YBLA, which is it's basically like it's a big deal. So I met him, and then I've met a few other people that do pretty well, man. So, but yeah, bro. Um YouTube was my biggest. Yo, Chezzy, don't ever call me a YN, bro. Don't ever call me a YN. Anyways, YouTube was like my biggest kind of shot at success. And with the YouTube thing, bro, don't call me a YN though. With the YouTube thing, man, I would actually recommend anyone to actually take YouTube serious because YouTube is it's like one of the best ways, man, to be successful. You don't really have to like be vocal about it. You could low key just be quiet and grind YouTube. So that's why I really like it. YouTube actually owes me $1,800 to this day. I swear. I made $1,800 in 1 month from YouTube and they never gave it to me because my channel got demonetized. They owe me 1,800, bro. So we're gonna find a way to get that. Anyways, but yeah, man. If you guys have any questions, let me know. So let's talk about everything, bro. Let's talk about the peaks, the highs. So I'm not gonna lie, streaming changed my life. Streaming changed my life completely and the way that I see money. You feel me? It changed the way that I see money, bro. Because the way that used to see money, like once you start making a certain amount, like you see certain things that are possible, you just get kind of like, you're like, dang, bro, like you can do anything, right? Because in your mind, you're looking at, well, all I have to do is work harder on the internet, you know, get to more people on the internet. Because at one point, that was all it was. All I had to do was get to more people and I would make more money. Like, I remember at one point, bro, in 2020, I think this was like 2022, right? I'm pretty sure it was 2022, and I was making like 4K a month. But I knew I could make more if I just streamed longer hours. So I would just stream 12, 13, 14 hours a day. And that was just what I was doing on the daily, bro. On some real shit. And I was making crazy pape. And the only thing I would do differently is buy Bitcoin. Buy Bitcoin Bitcoin ended up going to like 100K before selling off. So if I would have bought Bitcoin, I would have been up crazy cake. But anyways, I didn't buy Bitcoin, so that ship has sailed. I didn't buy any Bitcoin. What else could I have done differently? Um, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro. Now we're waiting for like GTA 6 to come out. And this is low-key getting a bit hot. Also, chat, some of the does anyone have any questions, bro? Some of the ups about streaming, bro. But yeah, bro, I'm not gonna lie. Is your mafia boss? What does that mean, bro? Anyways, chat. The moral of the story is take a risk, bro. Because if I never would have done streaming, you wouldn't know who I am today. So the moral of the story is take a chance on yourself. That's low-key the moral of the story, bro. Take a chance on yourself. If I never would have started streaming, you wouldn't know who I am. I wouldn't have never made no real, I wouldn't, you just wouldn't know who I am. The reason people know who I am and you know what I mean, it's because I started streaming. Even though my channel like fell off and the views are low, people still know who I am. You know what I mean? So yeah, bro. Um, I don't know what this means, dog. I don't know what this homie is talking about. But yeah, chat. All right, I'm gonna get off here. Wait, should I stream for longer? I could stream for longer. YN means your name. Your name. Oh, okay, that's a good abbreviation, I guess. I could stream for longer. Um, so I did a couple of different things with my YouTube channel, man. Also, when I was streaming, bro, like the thing I like about streaming. So I also made. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Uh, that's crazy. Do I have Discord? Yeah, I do. I have Discord. I have Discord. Anyways, y'all, I might YouTube taught me how to be a hustler, man. YouTube taught me how to be a hustler at a very young age. So that's the pro of YouTube, bro. Taught your boy how to get out and grind. It also gave me a confidence boost, chat. I'm gonna be honest. YouTube gave me a confidence boost because in my mind, you know what I'm saying, I know. Oh yeah, so with the sales thing, man. Anyways, you don't like this angle? Oh, my bad. All right. My fault, bro. Anyway, so with the sales thing, um, you know, that's just something I low-key got into. And it did pretty good, but all right, chat. I'm gonna get off though. I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Bye.